So today we're going to learn to make this shell ripple stitch, which has clusters. So it's shells and clusters actually. There's your clusters right here, and then there's your shells. So this is what we're going to be making today. You can use any weight yarn you want, any size hook you want. I would recommend using the hook size that your yarn recommends, and you know, as a good starting point. So I'm using a medium 4-weight yarn, and I happen to be using a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook to show you how to make this. It's actually a shell cluster ripple stitch is what it actually is. And so let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, so this is going to be a chain multiple of 11 plus 3. So let's go ahead and do our 11. So let's get started. We're going to make a slip knot. Now we're going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm going to do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then we got to add 3 to the end of it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I did 11, and then 11, and then 3. It's a chain multiple of 11 plus 3. Okay, so to go ahead and get started on this, we are going to, on our chain row, we're going to make a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So yarn over, skip 1, 2, and then the 3rd chain, we're going to double crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So you just made a double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip the next chain, and in the next chain we're going to make a double crochet. And we are going to chain 1. So we made a double crochet, skipped a chain, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So we're going to skip the next chain, and we're going to put 3 double crochets in the next chain. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that was 1, 2, and we have 3 double crochets. So now we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to make 3 double crochets in this next chain. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So that's the start of our shell for our pattern. Now we are going to chain 1. We're going to skip this next chain, double crochet in the next chain, chain 1. Now this is our, more or less like our repeat section right here. We're going to skip the next chain, and we're going to cluster over the next 3 chains. So skip this chain, and the way you do a cluster is you do a half of your double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and you're going to stop right there, and you're going to go into the next chain. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. You now have 3 loops. So now we're going into the next chain, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, So you now have 4 loops on your hook. So yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. That was a cluster. And you're going to chain 1. Now we're going to skip the next chain. Skip this next chain, double crochet in the next chain. And we're going to chain 1, skip our next chain, 3 double crochets in the next chain, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now in this next chain, we're going to make 3 double crochets. One, two, and 3. So we just made the beginning of our shell stitch like we did here. So now we're going to chain 1, skip the next chain, double crochet in the next chain, chain 1. Okay, so you should have 4 chains left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to skip the next chain. We're going to double crochet in the next chain, and we're not going to chain 1. We're going to skip the next chain and double crochet in the next chain. Okay, so you have finished row 1. Okay, to start row 2, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work. You're going to skip this double crochet and this double crochet, and you're going to double crochet in this single double crochet here by itself. So work a double crochet and chain 1, and you're going to work another double crochet in this where you have 3 in that first double crochet. You're going to make a double crochet, and you're going to chain 1. You're going to skip these 2 double crochets right here, and in this chain 3 space you're going to put you're going to make a shell, and so you're going to make 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in that same chain 3 space you're going to make 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. You just made a shell, so you're going to skip, well, you got to chain 1, I'm sorry. You're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, and in this third double crochet you're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, and now you're going to make a cluster. You're going to make a cluster with between the next 3 stitches, this double crochet, the cluster stitch, and the double crochet. So let's see how we're going to do that. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook in that next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the first 2 loops. Now we're going to the top of the cluster, yarn over, insert your hook in the top of the cluster, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to do the next double crochet as part of our cluster. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So you now have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 4 loops and chain 1. Okay, so this next double crochet, you're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, and you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, and you're going to work in your shell, top of your shell, your chain 3 space. So you're going to make a shell. It's 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. In that same chain 3 space, make 3 more double crochets. It's 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. So you've made a shell, double crochet, a cluster, double crochet, a shell. Okay, so now you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, make a double crochet in the top of this double crochet, chain 1. Now you're going to make a double crochet in the last 2 double crochets, and you're going to ignore that chain 2. So just work a double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. That's 1, and you don't have to worry about chaining 1. Okay, there you are. That's 2 rows. Now this third row is going to be the repeat row. So we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, going to turn your work, and you're going to skip this first double crochet and this double crochet, and you're going to double crochet in the next double crochet. Chain 1. Okay, so you're going to make a double crochet in this double crochet here. I forgot to chain 1 after my double crochet, so don't forget to do that. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and in your chain 3 space, you're going to make your shell, which is 3 double crochets. It's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now 3 double crochets in that same chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. Okay, so you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, and in that third double crochet, you're going to work a double crochet and chain 1. So now we're going to make a cluster between these 3 stitches right here. So do insert your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, and that next double crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we're going to go to the top of the cluster, yarn over, insert your hook in the top of the cluster, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You now have 3 loops on your hook. Now in that next double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You now have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. Now you've made a cluster. Chain 1. Okay, so double crochet in this next double crochet here. Chain 1. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and in your chain 3 space, make a shell. It's 1, 2, and 3, and chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now 3 more double crochets in that same chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. Skip the next 2 double crochets, make a double crochet in the third double crochet, and chain 1. Now in your last 2 double crochets, you're going to make a double crochet in the top of the last 2 double crochets. It's 1, and 2. Okay, let's do your repeat row one more time. This is row 3 is your repeat row. So chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work. Skip the first double crochet and the next double crochet. Make a double crochet right here in the third double crochet. And chain 1. Make a double crochet in the first and the next double crochet here. And chain 1. Okay, now you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets and make a shell in the chain 3 space. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. 3 more double crochets in the chain 3 space. That's 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. Skip the next 2 double crochets and put a double crochet in the next double crochet. And chain 1. Now you're going to make your cluster over the next 3 stitches. So double crochet and then, or do half of a double crochet in the next double crochet, and then half of a double crochet in the next double crochet, and in the next stitch. You now have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to go through all 4 loops and chain 1. You made you a cluster. Okay, double crochet in the next double crochet. Chain 1. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and now we're going to work a shell in our chain 3 space. It's 1, 2, and 3, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 more double crochets in the top in that chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. Skip the next 2 double crochets, double crochet in the next double crochet. Skip the next 2 double crochets and double crochet in the next double crochet. And chain 1. Okay, we're going to make a double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. There's 1. There's 1. And 2. Now chain 2. Okay, so that's how you do it. And you can put this on, you can slow down the speed if you need to, in case I talk a little too fast for you. And that's how you do it. You just keep repeating row 3 over and over for your desired length. So just remember, it's a chain multiple of 11 plus 3. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy this. I think it's a beautiful stitch, and it will make beautiful blankets and scarves and things like that. Thank you for watching. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.